How love and curiosity return to the wonder of the inner child. Part 7 of the Internalized Parent Pattern. Everything in reality is information we call consciousness or awareness. Information is perceived via observation and interpretation, meaning giving. Our interpretation of reality is mostly memory-based. So every observation is an interpretation of memory. Imagination, on the other hand, is an energy that invites us not only to use memory as information, but also to imagine a growth scenario or more positive definition or interpretation of that information. So information memory is not a mind invitation to repeat the past burdened with worry that it will repeat itself in the future. No, it is an invitation, from the heart, to use it as a foundation for imagination to create a memory of the future as stimulation for growth. When imagination passes the emotional gate of the heart or mother energy, by being flagged as safe enough, it is allowed to become inspiration. Inspiration, therefore, is imagination allowed to move through the heart and an internal stimulation for inspired action, leading to transformation. How does this bring us back to the love and curiosity, or innocence, of your inner child? Let's find out. First, let's have a look at information, memory, imagination, and inspiration. How can we define reality as information like bits and bytes? Well, everything we experience is information, energy, awareness, and perception. The information by itself is neutral, it has no built-in meaning. It only becomes emotion, meaning, identity, through and after observation and interpretation by our mind. Secondly, we know that our interpretation of our observations is memory-based. Our mind interprets current reality through past experiences, stored memory, nervous system associations, and emotional conditioning. So every observation becomes filtered through memory. We do not merely see reality objectively. We see reality interpreted through remembered meaning. This is why the same event affects people differently, trauma repeats, identity stabilizes, and old patterns loop. The predictive mind asks, "What does this remind me of?" and then recreates the emotional expectation, reinforces identity, and predicts the future through the past. Subsequently, the trauma mind uses memory to repeat scenarios. When fear dominates, memory becomes repetition machinery. The mind says, "Protect yourself. Prevent pain. Control outcomes. Don't feel helpless again." This creates worry, control, dominance, contraction, overthinking, and trauma identity reinforcement. Hence, your future becomes a repetition of your past. How imagination can change the function of memory. Let's have a look. This is the breakthrough in our model. Imagination says memory is not only for repetition. It is also raw material for growth. The past can become information, wisdom, contrast, and a creative foundation. Instead of constantly repeating in your mind, "This happened, therefore it will repeat," the heart asks, "What else is possible?" Therefore we state that imagination equals our heart energy, symbolically and psychologically. What if we can see imagination as the heart's ability to envision beyond memory repetition? Not fantasy escape, but openness to new possibility. So that the heart becomes the gateway to potential, curiosity, expansion, and new prediction pathways. The heart gate seen as potential, curiosity, expansion, and new prediction pathways. Now comes the key insight, since not every imagination becomes inspiration. Because the nervous system, your inner child, must first feel safe enough to let imagination pass the heart gate. So imagination arises, but the heart evaluates, is this safe enough to allow? If flagged unsafe, imagination collapses, mind domination returns, and fear shuts down expansion. But if the heart remains open, the nervous system tolerates possibility, then imagination passes through the heart gate and becomes inspiration. Isn't that beautiful? What we are saying here is, inspiration equals unified heart and mind. Internalized, inside you. As the unified and healthy marriage between your healed heart mother and your healed mind father. which ends the internalized pattern of the parental marriage that made your nervous system inner child feel helpless, hopeless, and stuck. Inspiration is therefore not merely an idea. It is imagination emotionally approved by the heart and supported by the healthy mind inside you. Your heart opens to possibility, your mind provides structure and action. Your nervous system allows movement. That creates inspired action, transformation, creativity, growth, and aligned movement. Before, your wounded mind used memory to repeat, control, and predict danger. Now, your open heart uses imagination to explore, expand, invite new reality. Your unified mind and heart create inspiration, embodied transformation, conscious co-creation, wonder, curiosity, and growth. Now it is safe and your inner child returns. Love and curiosity are brought back to the innocence, wonder, of the child. Because before trauma, curiosity was natural, imagination was safe, wonder was spontaneous. Look at children. Trauma converted wonder and curiosity into danger, imagination into disappointment, risk, and inspiration into unsafe. Healing restores safe wonder. And that may actually be your return to innocence. Mic drop line to top it off: your wounded mind uses memory to repeat the past. Your open heart uses imagination to envision possibility. And inspiration is born when your imagination safely passes through your heart and becomes embodied through your mind. That is how love and curiosity return to the wonder of your inner child. Isn't that fantastic?